Welcome back to another Loners, guys. Happy to have you here. Fam, welcome back. This is episode number 127. Run it. All right, so welcome to our special edition. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to our episode.
What do you think of? Like, you just pull things
Yeah,
out. But
I'm trying.
Okay, we're gonna be doing a reaction to a video called "Culture
Wait,
Shock
wait.
in Ireland."
Hold on 1 second. I needed to tell you guys a super important update. Go follow and go like and subscribe to our vlog channel. Cool. All right. So we're gonna be
It's in the description.
we're gonna be reacting to Culture Shock in Ireland. My first impressions as an American. Traveling with Kristen.
What do you think is gonna be a culture shock, other than the accents?
Haggis. I bet that's gonna be one of them. All right. Let's see.
Wait, I thought that was just Scotland.
Oh, you might be right. Let's see.
It's my first time ever here in Ireland, and there are some interesting things that I noticed in my first few days staying in Dublin. The first thing
Damn,
is
that's
that
beautiful.
it's really so green. It's like everywhere you look, there's green, whether it's part of nature or green lights, green paint, green houses. Green is everywhere,
awesome.
and it's really beautiful, but
Damn.
I was just very taken aback by how green
I'm
Ireland
gonna sound so stupid right now and ignorant, but I just didn't know that Ireland was like a super up to date city or like up to date place. Country, yeah,
Are you serious?
yeah.
You mean like first world?
Not first world, but when I picture Ireland, I only picture like that movie that I saw with Colin Farrell that just came out recently.
I don't know.
The
I'm
Banshees,
embarrassed.
the Banshees of
Embarrassed right now.
The Banshees of Inisherin. So I picture like it, but obviously that was in like the early 1900s.
I've never
but
seen it.
I picture like the countryside and stuff like that. Like I don't picture a city, but I know there's certain areas.
Christ.
All right.
and really is. Another thing that I noticed really quickly is how expensive it is, especially
Oh, shit.
compared to the rest of Europe. And I've heard that this is mostly within Dublin, and that once you get outside of the city, that the prices are a lot more reasonable in the villages and smaller towns throughout the country.
Wow.
So I'm here in
Damn.
Enniskerry at the Powers Court House and Gardens, and I can say that you notice even 30 minutes or an hour outside
That's
of Dublin that the prices do start to go down. But Dublin is a city that's known for having very high housing prices, but also the prices at cafes, coffee shops, restaurants, stores, everything seems to be quite high, very similar to the prices where I'm from in Florida. Taxis are also quite expensive, and I found it funny that strangers on the street offered to split a cab with me at night after leaving a bar because they wanted to
that
reduce
makes
the price.
sense.
You could pay around 11 to 20 euro within
shit.
Dublin city center for like a 5 or 10 minute ride, and I even paid 30 euro one time because there was no availability of taxis, and sometimes the buses can be a bit slow. So that was pretty shocking. Something that was a very pleasant surprise was how good the food was. I really wasn't expecting that much as far as the foodie scene. I haven't heard that much about the scene here in Dublin or throughout Ireland. I was kind of just expecting a lot of burgers and pub food, and while of course there is plenty of that, I was surprised by the variety of food and how many healthy options there were as well. So if you come to Ireland, definitely enjoy the local food. Everything at the cafes, like
That
soups,
does look good.
sandwiches, scones, everything seems homemade and made within that location. So that's something that shocked me in a good way. Another thing that surprised me was the weather. It's actually been like this the entire time I've been here. Yeah,
It
it's
looks
been a little
cold.
bit windy, it's been a little cloudy
Doesn't look
and
that
cold,
cold.
but it hasn't rained yet the whole time I was here.
It is
And
clear,
I
though,
was
yeah.
expecting it to rain pretty much
Damn.
every day.
You guys in Ireland got some beautiful like landscape and all this stuff is so nice.
Yeah, it looks very nice.
Yeah.
Straight out of like a movie.
So I've been pleasantly surprised at how mild the weather has been. Although maybe I
Probably
just
got
got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that legitimately blew me away is how friendly the people are in Dublin. Now, I've always heard that people are friendly in Ireland as they are in many countries, but I definitely noticed that people seem more laid back here. They also seem to know each other. Like, it seems
Yeah, I
like a
can see
very small town, like a big city with a small town feel. And I've noticed a lot of people like running into each other on the sidewalks, greeting each other, stopping for a chat. And that's not something that you typically see.
I was gonna say there's a funny clip of Curb Your Enthusiasm where like he talks about like he always tries to avoid the stop and chat whenever you see someone, but I feel like over there in Europe or other places it's so much more common because here people try to avoid like interaction, not all the time, for the most part,
unless you're in a small town.
That's one, yeah. But like if you're in a city and you're walking by
Absolutely
and someone they're like,
hide.
oh yeah, I gotta go, like
Pretend
yeah,
you're tying your shoe.
Yeah. It's so funny.
In big cities, people are usually in a hurry, but I was definitely surprised by how many people seem to know each other and would just bump into each other on the streets, and then how happy and open they were to talking with foreigners and strangers. And so that's something that I really enjoyed. They also wave to each other a lot, and that's something that stuck out to me. And they're also very nice to their bus drivers. So whenever you get off the bus, everyone says thank you. And I think that's really nice as well.
Right. They're always just like, and they're very nice to their bus.
So this is something that that we don't get a lot here that I miss, is that small town vibe of just like innocence and friendliness.
Hospitality.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say hospitality. It's just, you could just see in like that guy's face that they were showing right now, like there's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It happens in other countries too, but obviously more in smaller parts. But
I don't know what you're trying to get at.
it just seems more like,
What are you saying you miss it? Like, there are places like that here. It's just not our city. Is that what you mean?
did I say I miss it?
I could be wrong.
I think I just
Sorry,
said
maybe
something that
zoned
I
out.
find interesting, like that
Yeah.
is that like such a wholesome, I guess wholesome,
Yeah.
where they're just like not in a hurry, they don't mind to talk to you.
Yeah, there's none of that here. It's rare. It's rare here
Yeah.
in the city. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
But that's cool. It looks really beautiful. We have to go to Ireland. That's awesome.
I want to go.
If you guys are from Ireland or you've gone and stuff, let us know like your favorite places. And so I think Dublin's the capital, but I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah. Right.
But one thing that a local told me is that even though people may seem friendly and happy on the outside, it's not always that way on the inside. And he said that a lot of his friends suffer from mental health problems and also feeling like they're not doing anything with their lives, that they don't have enough opportunities, and that they're just kind of stuck. And I have seen...
If you live in Ireland or from Ireland, unpack that, because I feel like that's a universal thing.
Yeah.
So is there something specific that happens over there that makes people feel that way? Or is it just like
That's a good question.
collective issue amongst humans? Because
There's a UFC fighter called Paddy the Baddy, Pimbleton or whatever, but he's from London. Never mind. But
wow,
he
racist.
was talking about this type of thing too. He made a huge thing about it at one of his fights because one of his friends killed himself. Yeah, he's saying like that guys need to speak up more about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
that have numbers to call for like a mental health hotline. And I mean, that's something that I think all of us can relate with, because mental health is a universal issue. And I don't know what the reasons for that are. Maybe if you're Irish or you're from Dublin, you can give us some more insight into that. But although it's something that, you know, definitely we can all relate to, life isn't all sunshine and roses and rainbows and pots of gold. another thing with the buses, I learned the hard way that you have to flag down the bus if you want it to stop for you. So even though I was kind of standing at the side of the bus stop and there was only one bus that stopped at the stop I was at, the guy just kept driving. So yeah, if you want to catch the bus, you have to
just sees you waiting.
stand outside and flag them down. Lesson learned. Something that I didn't like so much that I thought was strange, especially because of all of the tech companies and multinational corporations that are based in Dublin, is how slow the internet is. The Wi-Fi is really slow at hotels.
I just didn't know. I just picture Ireland to be like a countryside place.
I'm just sensing your brain connecting the dots. Like, oh my god,
It looks super
they
nice.
have architecture. They have buildings.
Not that.
It's kind of funny.
Whatever.
Your reaction to
Just of
buildings,
everything I've
business
seen.
buildings.
Everything I've seen about Ireland has been like countryside stuff, like movies, like other stuff. It's always in the
my
countryside.
Airbnb, and also the 5G connection on my phone with my local SIM card was also pretty slow. So in some countries you can get 50 or 100 megabit downloads per second on your phone, and here it was like 10 to 15 to 20, whereas my Wi-Fi has been like 1 to 5 megabits per second. So I've heard that that is pretty common throughout Dublin, and possibly.
Does that shock you? Is that crazy for you to look at?
Shut the fuck up.
The rest of the country, but that's something that really surprised me. Something else I wasn't expecting is to hear that the population still hasn't recovered from the famine of the 1840s. Over 1 million people are estimated to have died during that time, and many immigrated as well. And so the country is still trying to rebuild its population from hundreds of years ago.
I got an ad on Instagram saying, "Do you have Irish blood roots?"
They'll pay you to go over there.
Not pay you, but they just said like they're trying to bring in new citizens that have ties there.
Oh wait.
What?
I was gonna say. So, let us know in the comments. I know a lot of you like history and stuff. Let me know exactly what happened with the potato famine.
You don't.
So that was quite shocking. I also didn't expect to find a Japanese Zen garden in an Irish village, but here we are.
I feel like there's a Japanese garden.
Something that really
everywhere,
confused me is that there don't seem to be any electrical plugs in any of the bathrooms. Now, at first, I thought it was just my hotel, but it was also at my Airbnb, and I noticed other people talking about it. So, yeah, apparently there's no plugs in the bathroom. So when you go to look for your hair dryer, look in the kitchen or in a drawer in the desk or something like that.
Funny.
And you may have to blow dry your hair in the living room. On the plus side, though, just like in the UK, you can actually turn off the individual electrical outlets. So I think that's really cool, and I wish we had that in the US as well. I remember when I was in college, my roommate used to unplug all of the appliances so we could save money on our electrical bill. And yeah, if we just had plugs that you could turn on and off, we wouldn't have to do that. Something that I thought was really cool is that all of the signage and the road signs are in English as well as Irish. And even though I knew that Irish was an official language here, I didn't expect to see all of the signs in Irish. So I think that that's really cool, and it looks like quite a difficult language to learn. But something else that really surprised me.
I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's Gaelic.
I think so.
Yeah.
I also I'm probably wrong also. I heard that the majority of people don't even speak it.
Yeah,
Gaelic,
I saw a video of this guy I watched who Chiauma, whatever, the guy who learns languages super quick and goes everywhere.
Yeah.
So
that's his name?
It's one of the other ones. You're thinking of Sabbatical.
Yeah.
He went to Wales and he learned some Welsh, and a lot of the people don't speak it there. And they were just kind of, especially the younger people, they were
I
like,
think they lost their language a long time ago.
Yeah,
probably during the potato famine.
No, Wales.
I could be wrong. I'm talking about.
Oh, here.
Sorry,
the
my
Gaelic.
bad. Yeah.
But yeah, interesting.
me is that it could be quite normal for people to be late
Nice.
around here, and that's not something that's very customary
cool.
throughout
Right,
Europe.
nice.
So I was pretty surprised to hear that, yeah, people could be 15 minutes late, an
That's what
hour
you
late,
picture
and
when
it's
you-
really no big deal.
Yeah.
But also things
I
are
agree.
open quite late. So I noticed people out having dinner really late, like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Clubs are open till 3 a.m. And then there's also people
All right,
out
we're
and
going
about,
Ireland.
like just walking around on the streets in the middle of the night, having kebabs and things at 4 or 5 in the morning. So I was surprised
that's just
at how
yeah.
lively the nightlife was and how late people were out and about. And the towns
I DJ'd
outside
at a
of
club.
Dublin
What?
have
That's awesome.
quite interesting names. I saw towns such as Step Aside, Goatstown, and The Scalp. And I'm sure there are many more. Those are just a few of the towns that I've passed through. So
So
Step aside.
the history. I need to look into the history more of this place, of Ireland. Whatever. Why you always gotta fucking? All right.
what other interesting
Gael
things do you
j-
know about Dublin and Ireland in general? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe for more videos. See you next time.
Cool.
Cool.
Thanks. What's her name?
Tiffany or something. I don't know.
Tiffany. Traveling with Kristen.
Kristen.
Yeah. that's-
Cool. Yeah, that was nice. I was gonna say. Yeah, I also, if you guys were from Ireland, please don't be upset that I just like underestimated how advanced it is.
Oh my god, that was so funny. I'm sorry, I didn't realize what you felt about Ireland.
I didn't know. I do want to really go visit though. It seems really cool. People
do
seem
too.
cool. It seems fun.
Yeah, it looks.
I just yeah.
It seems
but,
like an
um,
experience.
Yeah. Let us know anything in the comments that we should know too about it, and thank you for watching.
I'm gonna go educate Brian on the famine.
I actually do need to look into that because I don't know what caused it.
Yeah. It's yeah.
All right. Well, don't forget to like and
It's a
subscribe,
long
guys.
history. Okay. Thanks for watching. Go hit the subscribe button.